Hello students, and welcome back to another math video, this time on subtracting mixed numbers two ways. Alright, let's get started. Okay, before we go any farther, I just want to explain a little bit about how we make a mixed number and how we can convert between a mixed number and an improper fraction. So I have some images here representing pizzas. These are 8 cut pizzas. There is one full cut pizza here, and one full pizza here, and the pizza over here only has 3 slices left. Now this was an 8 cut, so there's 3/8 of a pizza left. So as a mixed number, I would say this is 2 3/8. But I could also count up how many slices are here and write that as an improper fraction. Well, there's 8 slices in the first pizza, and there's 8 slices in the second pizza, and that is 16. And then there's 3 slices in the next pizza, so that's 19. And since there are 8 cuts, I would say there are 19/8. So it's the same amount of pizza, right? So that means that 2 3/8 is equal to 19/8. And we tell students kind of to convert between these two by starting here with the 8, multiplying times the 2, adding the 3, which would give us 19, and since we were talking about eighths, it equals 19/8. And then of course we could say, how many times does 8 go into 19? It goes 2 times, which would give us 16, 3 left over, so there I am back to 3/8. So that's important to understand that relationship when we look at kind of how to solve these subtraction problems. In this problem, we're going to take 6 1/8 as a mixed number and subtract 2 3/8, another mixed number, and we're going to do it with the borrowing method. Now, both fractions have like denominators, so it's no problem. We don't have to make like denominators, so we can go right ahead and subtract. The problem is, I have 1/8, and I'm trying to subtract 3/8 from it. And if you remember this from grade school, bigger on the bottom, you have to borrow. We can't do 1 minus 3. So we're going to borrow from the 6. So this is a whole number. So I'm going to borrow 1 whole from it. So I'm just going to make this a 5. And I'm going to bring that 1 whole over here. Now, when I'm talking a whole in fractions, the top number and the bottom number would be the same. Like 2/2 would be a whole, or 3/3 would be a whole. Well, this time I'm working in eighths. So I'm bringing over 1 whole, but I'm going to bring it over in eighths, which means I'm bringing over 8/8. So if I have 1/8 and I bring over 8 more, that's going to make this 9/8. So now I have 9/8 minus 3/8 would be 6/8. And 5 wholes minus 2 wholes would be 3. So my final answer here is 3 6/8, or if you put this in lowest terms, we'd have 3 3/4. The reason why this borrowing works is because 6 1/8 and 5 9/8 are actually equal. So right here I have 6 whole pizzas, and then just 1/8 of a pizza, 1 slice left over. And when I borrowed, I took one of those whole pizzas away and kind of broke it all up. So over here I have my 5 whole pizzas, and then down here I have my 9/8. But really, these would just go right back together and form 1 whole pizza again. So I'm really kind of like 6 whole pizzas with 1/8 left over. I just chose to split it apart and take that 1 whole pizza and split it into eighths. Now maybe you hate borrowing. Well, if you hate borrowing, you can always just do this another way, with improper fractions. Then there's no need to borrow. So we take this mixed number on the top, 6 1/8, and remember we multiply here and then we add here. So 6 times 8 is 48, plus 1 more is 49, and these are eighths. And I could do that on the bottom. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 3 more is 19, so I would have 19/8. Now there's no need to borrow because I have 49 minus 19. So This leaves me with 30/8. And I can convert this back into a mixed number by saying how many times does 8 go into 30? 8 goes into 30 3 times, which would give me 24, and leave me 6/8 left over, and that would be 3 3/4, which is the same answer we had right here. Okay, the three things we covered was basically that a mixed number equals an improper fraction, and we showed that with the drawing of the pizzas. And you could do these with a borrowing method with mixed numbers, or you could convert them into improper fractions and do it that way. So, watch the video a few times, hope it helps, and we will see you soon.